Coach Mark Rodrigues, Shante Sanford. Tell us your thoughts on this shocking victory. Guatemala, great team. You guys come from behind 1-0 to score 2 late goals.
Go Shante. I'll give you the lead.
Okay. I don't know if I would call it shocking. Like, I was pretty confident that we were going to put our best foot forward, and I thought we were going to get the result that we wanted. I think it was a great team effort, both defensively and offensively, and I think we just kept the pressure on them, and we were just clutch when we needed to be clutch.
Coach?
Agreed. Shante sums it up perfectly. We came into this game with confidence. Again, we had a specific game plan. I know statistics are going to show that they had the bulk of the ball. But at the end of the day, it's the final score that counts. We knew we'd wait for our moments and pick our moments, and those moments came. It's almost deja vu for myself and for Shante, because we were in a similar situation against Jamaica and Trinidad in the previous round. And so true to form, these girls rise above every single time. And the beauty about the whole thing here is everyone, we created history in 2010 for Guyana. And by getting back here to the CONCACAF Championships, we've recreated that history. Now we've advanced the history and the legacy of the Lady Jags and football in Guyana. Regardless of what happens on Tuesday, we're already winners. But Tuesday we're going to be coming out to a different game plan and definitely going to play with all our heart.
Coach, your thoughts on, as soon as that ball went in, were you surprised? Were you anxious, excited?
Our game winner? Well, the game winners are always special, because at that point, it erupts a lot of, that's the beauty of our game. It erupts so much emotion in everyone when a game winner is scored. I think that's the greatest emotional moment for at any point of any game. But at that same time, it's important for myself to quickly start processing, okay, what do we do next? Right? While everyone's excited, my brain's already going into, okay, what's the next step that we take? Do I need to make a sub if I've got it available? How do we adjust? And again, I made this point in the last press conference, and I know a lot of people did not recognize, really truly understand what I was saying. The 90 minutes of practice we had against Canada allowed us the opportunity for this game and possibly the next game, that when we need to go do it, we can do it. We flipped the switch and we did it to finish the game. We went back to, basically it was girls, we're playing Team Canada. Go back to that tactical plan. Paid off this time, who knows, right?
Any questions?
Coach, what does this win mean for you, especially coming off of the defeat from Canada and looking ahead to Trinidad? What does this win mean for you and your team?
Well, I think, like I always say, I don't want the win. I don't want any victory to be about me. It's not about me. It's about the Lady Jags. It's about Guyana football. For Guyana, this is huge, because like I said, we've just advanced our program. We've just advanced our legacy. So for the country, this is huge. I can imagine this. I wish if I were in Guyana, no, the parties tonight are going to be unbelievable, right? But this is very looking forward. Our primary objective right now, I mean, you could see it in this game. The players were tired, right? And tiredness contributed to a lot of breakdowns that we had. So the priority right now is get them to recover as much as possible and as quickly as possible, and bring them back to as close to whatever their 100% will be come Tuesday. So we're looking forward to the Trinidad game.
Shante, the double save late to sort of preserve the win. How big a sigh of relief did you put out after that one, and what did you see from that sort of series of events?
Well, that was unreal. Like, I think everybody was just really anxious at that point, but you know, I made the first save, and it seemed like everybody on my team was busting their butt to get to the post and save it, and we did. And so it just shows like our team mentality and our team effort and just the heart we have to keep the lead, and things like that. But I was so proud of us in that moment. Like there was a little bit of a breakdown, like we gave up a deflection, but we just picked each other right back up, got there.
Coach Ante, just speeding off and breakdown. There seemed to be a breakdown at the beginning of the second half whereby Guatemala was really attacking and putting the team under pressure. Until that goal was scored, then we see them rising up. What was the train of thought? What was going on there?
Well, I thought when we started the second half, we put them under a bit of pressure, right? Because we adjusted our game plan. So, you know, again, that's the beauty of our game. We all, you know, 100 of us will look at the game and come up with 100 different views, right? But I thought we put them under pressure because we established a higher line of defense. Yeah, they managed after a period of time to counter, but it got them to do what we wanted them to do. They started playing the longer ball, right? And Shante, we had already worked and spoken about that all the way from Trinidad. Shante immediately knew what to do at that point, and she was off her line quickly at the top of the box collecting it. So I think the game tactics were very, very important. And you know, you win and lose games by tactics. I mean, that's basically it.
Sí, puedes traducir. Luego del encuentro contra Canadá, se sintió ya eliminado y que está a las puertas de clasificarse dependiendo de su propio resultado, ganando.
After the match with Canada, did you feel that you guys were practically out? Do you think that there's a possibility to continue in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely thought there was a possibility because, you know, if we win the next 2 games, then we go to the semifinals. So our heads weren't down after Canada at all. We were just looking forward to the next game, just moving on and focusing on what the tactics would be for this game coming up and just getting our attitudes like in a positive way. I don't think we were like sad or anything. We were just ready to go for the next one.
Nuestro enfoque estaba en el próximo partido. Nunca nos sentimos derrotadas. Sabíamos que es un partido difícil contra Canadá, pero teníamos muchas oportunidades por adelante. Como les dije, nunca nos sentimos afuera y el partido que importaba era el que seguía. Scotty.
Coach, the history of this tournament has been 7 or 8 Caribbean teams have played, and you're only the 3rd team to win a game, actually, and 2 of the other wins were between Caribbean teams. What does that message send to Caribbean football in general about what you can accomplish in this kind of tournament?
Great question. You keep hearing me speak about the legacy of the Lady Jacks continuing being written, and I'm hopeful that in addition to just inspiring players in Guyana to pick up the football and start playing, it sends the message out to the rest of the Caribbean that anything is possible, right? You've just got to get out there. Let's get out. Let's get the kids out, and that's where the development side of CONCACAF has to be increased in terms of getting to the kids. I think this, in conjunction with more developmental programs coming through from the CONCACAF head office, I think is very, very critical. Hopefully, this can be part and parcel of inspiring the Caribbean even more. Costa Rica did it on the men's side. Trinidad and Jamaica are consistently, sending that message. It's really pleasing for me to see that Guyana is now sending that message through the ladies.
Coach,
Sure.
Talk about the impact of the 8 foundation, the 8 founding players from 2009 to 2010 that are still with the team.
Huge. I'll give you a little bit of history before I get into it. When the team was founded, those 8 original players, and I made the phone call along with the captain, and we said this is what we're doing, and we hopefully empowered them at that point. They all paid. We launched in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Those players paid their airfares out of their pockets to come there. So my loyalty to those players is undeniable, unquestionable. But at the same time, going into the game, they know fully well that if you're not right for the makeup of this game, you will play your support role. Today was a prime example. One of them did not start, right? And she stepped up in a leadership role to support the rest of the team. And when she was inserted into the game, she did an amazing job in the last 10 minutes. I think she was inserted into the game. So those players, having a good balance of youth and the veterans, while that's important, when the players see your loyalty to them, you know, that gives you that 12th player on the field. They just do that little bit extra. And I'm a very honest and upfront person. I've been that way my whole life, and the players know that about me. And I think they respond to that when they're on the field, you know, on and off the field. I hope so, at least.
Coach, you declared before that you have a plan,
Mm-hmm.
and the plan is to reach the semi-final.
Correct.
You considered the first game, that was the practice you said,
Mm-hmm.
and you are guaranteeing 2 victories. You have secured one today. How confident are you of accomplishing that goal? And what's the mood like now after this victory with the Nicolas?
Our confidence level is, I think I'd establish it's very high, and it has to be high, right? The players, when they look to the coach and the coaching staff, they always have to see that that confidence being shown, regardless of who the opponent is. We did it for Canada, we did it for Guatemala, and again, they are seeing it from us, but more so, and Shante could probably speak more to this, they themselves believe it. And it's the belief system that's driving them for when they're tired, when the lack of, when there's a breakdown out there technically or tactically, that belief system. And you heard the captain say in the last press conference, you know, when I look over my shoulder, there are 19 Lady Jags that have my back, right? And that's the belief system that we have with our players. Ashanti, I'd love it if you comment for it on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like going to every meeting, every practice, like the feeling is that we can do anything. You know, it's never that like we're gonna try and do this and hopefully this happens. Like we feel like we are in the driver's seat. Like we feel like everything that happens, we control. So we believe that we're gonna win. We believe that we have the skill, we believe we have the heart and the technique and everything that we need to win the game. It's just about putting it all into action. And if we do that, then we feel confident that we can get the results that we need.
Coach Mark, you started in 2009. After your first year, you qualified for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. No action for 5 years. And you qualified for the CONCACAF Olympic Qualifying tournament to play in Rio later this year. What message does that send to especially the new administration of the Guyana Football Federation with regards to women's football, since your women's program is a bit more successful than the men's?
I think the message there that probably sends to the majority of people is that I'm the greatest coach in this world. But again, you know, I don't have the benefit of playing the game, right? The message that it should send to the administration, and again, this is huge for CONCACAF. It's huge for the Caribbean, right? The message there is that, you know, with more support, with better planning, with more effective developmental programs, with more time of the players being together, there's no limit to what we can accomplish. Absolutely none. I honestly believe that if I had my whole pool of players for the same length of time that Canada has their team together or the US has their team together, I do truly believe that with what we have and who else we have in and coming into it, that we could go a lot further to the Olympics, to the World Cup, right? I was confident that we could have gotten to the World Cup, this last World Cup, and I implored the administration at the time to allow us the opportunity, especially how there was an extra spot because Canada was hosting. We had the team, a lot of these players plus other players at the time that wanted to come on board. So, you know, belief and this is living proof of what we can do. If we can do this in such a short period of time with limited resources, limited time together, I think the sky is the limit if we apply a little bit more, put a little bit more into the programs. And hopefully that happens going forward. I think we're on the right path. We've got an amazing president in Wayne Ford and his administration that is certainly taking the right steps to make sure Guyana football stays strong and stays consistent going forward. So I'm very proud to say that.
One more question?